Hello and welcome everybody to the Gold and Silver Club weekly commodities review for the 24th of July 2015. So we have lots to cover with you today. We've had some incredible moves on the commodities over the last week. Today we'll be reviewing the latest developments in the commodities markets. We'll be analysing the week's performance. The live session will cover an overview of the commodities markets. We'll be reviewing the top trades of the week. We'll cover live market commentary and technical analysis. And of course, we'll be answering any questions you have as well. So if you've got any questions or comments, do please feel free to put those into the chat. So just before we get started, let me introduce you to the Gold and Silver Club. The Gold and Silver Club is an international commodities trading, research and advisory group. We specialise in the precious metals, the energies and the agricultural markets. We are recognised as the leading go-to authority on commodities. So as internationally respected experts, our analysis and opinions on the metals, the energies, agricultural markets are routinely sought by major financial television channels, publications including Bloomberg, Reuters, CNN, Global Banking and Finance Review, the Wall Street Journal, to name a few. Our team of experts has advised and taught technical analysis, fundamental research and portfolio management to more than 75,000 private and institutional clients worldwide. So for further information on the Gold and Silver Club and our expertise, please do feel free to visit our website, www.thegoldandsilverclub.com. So let's have a look at the price of gold right now. We're currently trading very close to 5-year lows right now, currently $1,082 per ounce. So we'll take a look at that very shortly on the technicals. Before we do so, we'll review some of the top trades of the week using the Gold and Silver Club's signature trading strategies. So first of all, we've had a lovely sell short on wheat over the last about week and a half now. We've now come down over 530 points. We'll take a look on the technicals very shortly, but we've had a tremendous selling opportunity on wheat. We've also seen a really nice breakdown over the last couple of days on WTI, which have been in a sell short for over 225 points. And we've been in a sell short on Brent crude oil for over 190 points return over the last week. And there's also an ongoing running trade which we have with gold, which has accumulated over about 600 points now to the downside. So we'll take a look at the technicals very shortly. In fact, we'll have a look at those now. We'll move over to the charts and I'll talk you through really what we can anticipate as we come into next week. And for those of you who joined us last week, if you want to go back, even watch the recording from last week, you'll note that a lot of the price breakdown which we were predicting played out spot on. So we saw breakdowns in most of the commodity markets over the last week have broken down significantly, with gold really leading the way. So gold, if you go back to where we were this time last week, we were sitting very close to the 1130 support zone. Now we have finally breached that zone. We saw over the Monday Asia Pacific session, we saw tremendous selling pressure to the downside. In fact, there was a very quick move, about a 600-point move in roughly about 15 to 30 minute time frame, where we saw a big tree shakeout of a lot of the longs in gold. We saw a lot of stop losses get taken out around that 1130 zone, which is exactly what we were looking at if we were to see that level breach, so triggered into sell shorts. And we saw a big move all the way down to the lower end of this trend channel, which is sitting around the 1070 zone. So what can we expect from gold next? Well, currently gold looks like it's coming back to for another retest of the lower end of this trend channel. Now, if you go out to the larger time frames, you will actually note that we are in a downward trending trend channel, which has parallel support and resistance, and we're right at the lower end of this channel. So if we do get a retest again of the lows earlier on this week, 1070, what we want to look for is whether we're going to get a double low be put in place and potentially rally from there, or whether we are going to break 1070 and again have another shakeout and head much lower towards 1050, then 1000 psychological level, $1,000 an ounce, which could happen. So the big announcement that you want to have on your radar as we go into next week is the FOMC statement on Wednesday, which could really be a make or break for gold. So from that statement on Wednesday, we could either see gold break down or we could rally back towards the upper end of this trend channel. So I'll discuss that a little bit further towards the end of the session. But gold, it's at a historical point right now, sitting right at its 5-year lows. Very interesting price structure we've got currently as we go into next week. We may even breach it during the US session this afternoon, or we'll just consolidate around these current levels. But I see the potential for some really good trade opportunities on the precious metals as we go into next week. But that's what you want to note at the moment. Gold, we're sitting right at this. You go to the left of the chart back to 2009. This is a major support zone which we're sitting at, both trend channels which are downward trending going back to 2013, but also to the left of the chart you've got this consolidation zone as well. So we are at a major point for gold. Now, if you move it over and have a look just at silver too, if I go over to the larger time frame, you'll note silver is finding support going all the way back to about 2003 here. This is over a 12-year chart, and you can see where we're currently sitting again at a very important zone. Now, the 1450 zone represented a lot of resistance going back to 2006, 2007 before it finally broke out. Then in May 2009 provided resistance. September 2010 provided support. This is, of course, a very key event area for silver as well, and it's currently holding onto this trend channel. So there's certainly buyers around this zone, but they haven't really got the confirmation that they need in order to go heavy at the moment. So we're seeing a lot of choppy price action around this level. You can see where we're getting supported right on that trend line right now. Just the earlier part of the day, sitting around the 1450 zone. So similar situation to gold. If we are to break and close below this level, we're likely to get another shakeout, a big shakeout, and we could be heading much lower on silver in the short term over the next week or so. We could have a similar move to what we saw on gold earlier on this week when it took out major support. So we could get another shakeout, or silver, if it can hold around this 1450 zone, we could be starting to bottom out as we go into next week's statement and also into August too. So silver's definitely one to watch, but so far it's at a very key event area as well. So a break below this zone, close below it, we could start to see much lower prices, but if it holds, it could represent a fantastic buying opportunity. So we just need confirmation. So we're sitting right at that zone at the moment. Again, next week's FOMC statement will be a major driver for the precious metals. Probably they will decide the tone for certainly the next week or so, and as we go into August as well. So it could be very lucrative, and I'll talk you through a little bit further about that towards the end of the session. So that's what we're looking at on gold and silver. Now, if we move over to oil, that's been just great over the last week. So you'll note, for those of you who joined us on the session last week, we had this consolidation on oil that we were looking for a breakdown in price. We have had that breakdown, so it's worked out really well in our favor. This is WTI crude oil. So what you've got here is a classic bear flag formation, which we were looking at. So this is where you very simply see a market which is selling off, and then what you've just seen here is the market has just come up again, had a little bit of a rise, consolidated, and then essentially it's just broken down support, and it's just been a bear flag formation and broken down. And we've taken advantage of that sell short opportunity, so up about 250 points on this trade at the moment. So it's looking really good as we've broken down from support. There's been multiple opportunities to get into this on the tighter timeframes as well. You can see the overall trend just ricocheting between support and resistance. It's just overall we've just been selling off consistently on oil. So oil's been really nice to take advantage of. Well done if you took that trade on light sweet crude oil. On Brent crude oil, also very similar situation. We consolidated and then we broke down. So we also got involved in this sell short opportunity. We've taken out last week's low here as well. We're looking quite weak as we go into the US session this afternoon. So potential for more downside. We're getting a little bit overextended, so I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of retracement either towards the end of the session today or as we go into next week. But certainly for this morning, we are looking really quite weak here at the moment. Yeah, hi there to Chris as well. So the question there, WTI down to 42. So what you want to note on oil at the moment is we've broken through that key psychological zone, which was the $50 per barrel. So once you've broken through that, yeah, I mean, you've got the next key psychological level is going to be 45 and then 40. So 42, it could be on the cards, Chris. We're sitting at 48.63 right now. We're certainly in a position to take advantage of a further breakdown of oil at the moment with our sell shorts, and we'll see if we get another breakdown. So it's looking good at the moment. And also you'll see the nice correlation we've got here on copper as well. Copper's also suffered some weakness along with the other precious metals over the last week. You can see it's broken down towards the end of this trend channel. There is a little bit of margin. We may get some sort of retracement around this zone where we are now. We're getting a bit of rejection just forming this morning when it has had quite a nice breakdown again just on the daily chart here. We may well get a retracement back towards the upper end of the trend channel, then head lower again as we go into next week. I wouldn't try to get back in for a sell short around these levels at copper right now, but it's had a good breakdown. We discussed this last week. We consolidated. We were looking for a breakdown of that consolidation. We had some rejection candles around the upper end of this trend channel. You can see where we've broken down significantly here. So it's been about 150 point breakdown here. So that's worked out really well for us as well on copper. Now, the weakness over the grain markets has been great as well. So we discussed this last week as well. The consolidation that we had on wheat here, soybeans and corn, ultimately we broke consolidation this week. We've had a lot of weakness in the commodities. We've just been selling short. This trade now up over about 520 points. We're still in one of these positions at the moment. You can see here where we're just consolidating. We may well get just a further push lower today. I would probably then expect some sort of support around this zone just below. You can see where we could just pop lower, a little bit lower here, and then potentially we get a bit of a retracement. It's about another 150 points we've got to go there, and then we may just get a bit of a retracement back towards the upper end of this previous resistance channel which we had here. So we may just get another bounce. But at the moment, certainly wheat is looking good for more short-term downside. Really like that. It's been a nice, very nice trade over the last week or so. So you get the picture really. We've had just a great time selling short all of the commodities over the last week. It's been very profitable. If you have a look at the corn market, we also broke down corn, nice V-shaped reversal pattern now. We consolidated last week. We've also had another push lower. I would expect the potential for a further breakdown today as well, just giving back a lot of the gains that we saw towards the end of June, beginning of July on the USDA reports. So I do see also more downside in the short term for corn here, which you've also got a sell short position on. That price structure has followed through also with soybeans. You've also got a V-shaped reversal pattern here, nice support zone just to break. So if we can just take out this support today, we're probably heading back towards the lower end of this trend channel as well. So soybeans, one for you to watch. Coffee has also broken down really nicely. Coffee's been great. It's just ricocheted between support and resistance going back to beginning of April really. We came back up to resistance. We had another sell short opportunity which we took from the upper end of this trend channel, and that really broke down well just yesterday here. We had quite a good shakeout and a nice move towards the lower end of the trend channel. So overall it's been a great week just to short the commodities. You certainly don't want to be going long just at the moment, not until you get confirmation. Okay, perfect. So what we'll do now, we're just going to move it over to some opportunities which we're going to have next week. Okay, so the big one is going to be the FOMC statement. Okay, so that is going to be next Wednesday. It's the 29th of July, and this could be very explosive for the commodities. We may get a further shakeout and really see some big lows be put in to the commodity markets, or we could see this as a great buying opportunity given how low a lot of the markets are, especially gold at the moment, silver. It could be a great buying opportunity. So we are going to be trading, as we always do, the FOMC live with all of our traders at the Gold and Silver Club. We are opening up enrollment in the earlier part of next week. Places are really limited. We've already filled up a lot of slots, but if you are interested or would like to join us for trading the FOMC announcement live, and of course join the Gold and Silver Club for our live analysis, live trading ideas, live support, gain access to our membership forum, all the trainings that we do at the Gold and Silver Club, and join our community of international traders, you can do so. There still is time to join us before the FOMC statement next week. As I said, enrollment will be open on Monday next week. So to join the Gold and Silver Club live online trading room, all you need to do is go to www.jointhegoldensilverclub.com. Enrollment is by application only. You can complete the enrollment form. We'll get in touch with you ASAP. Okay, so that's the link that you want to click, and then you'll be taken to the enrollment page. Okay, so it's very quick, just take about a minute or so to complete this, and then of course once that's done, we look forward to welcoming you to the Gold and Silver Club. So with that, really look forward to working with those of you who will be joining us next week for trading the FOMC statement. Wish you all good trading for this afternoon. Have a great weekend, and we'll definitely see you all on the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye.